Hi, I'm Selena and this is Pelikulectura. So today I'll be talking about storytelling through multiple characters by dissecting one of the requested films that is also kind of a personal favorite of mine, which is the film Four Sisters and a Wedding. But before we start, I would like to invite everyone to check out the page of Concerned Artists of the Philippines on Facebook. May tinatawag silang movement na Artists for BAKWIT Schools, which is basically a fundraising initiative for displaced LUMAD students na naapektuhan ng COVID-19. Sa fundraising na to, meron mga pinapalabas na iba't ibang films that I highly recommend kasi may mga award-winning films doon like from Cinemalaya and Gawad Orian. Meron silang watch all you want, give what you can kind of thing, which is basically free. Just donate what you can. I'll put the link down below and you can check it out after this video. Going back to the topic of Four Sisters and a Wedding, I just want you to know, spoilers ahead. Four Sisters and a Wedding is about four sisters who try to stop the wedding of their younger brother, and in doing so, all discover resentments among each other. So, para i-analyze yung storytelling ng multiple characters, we have to acknowledge the character web. So, ano ba yung character web? Yung character web is basically the connections of each character that serve a purpose in a story. When creating characters, dapat lahat sila may purpose. Pero hindi lang siya bawat isa may character na may purpose for the sake of having a purpose. Kundi dapat meron silang pare-parehong motive or goal na nagre-revolve around sa moral theme. In the case of Four Sisters and a Wedding, ang central theme ng film ay repressed family issues. Kapag nagsusulat kayo ng film, sobrang importante na alam nyo kung ano yung central theme ng pelikula nyo. Kasi ito yung magsisilbing backbone or spine ng kwento nyo. Pag gagawa kayo ng mga characters nyo, sobrang importante na dapat yung purpose nila related dun sa central theme ng kwento. In the case of Four Sisters and a Wedding, na-create yung mga characters nila through archetypes. Now, you see, archetypes is very different from stereotype. Pag sinabi kasi nating stereotype, it usually means oversimplified version ng isang character, yung character mo. Example na yon yung scene na inintroduce ang mga bayags sa mga Salazar. Now, archetypes is more psychological. It's a psychological pattern na nakikita sa isang tao, which can also be applied in writing. But when you're writing based on archetypes, gawin mo siyang mas unique. Gawin mo siyang mas detailed as much as possible para hindi siya maging stereotype. Basta tandaan mo na even though gumagawa ka ng separate individuals, hindi dapat mo i-isolate yung character mo for the sake of gusto mo lang ng ganitong klaseng character. Dapat lahat sila magkakakonekta kahit papaano. Now, let's talk about the Four Sisters. Unahin natin si Gabby. Si Gabby, tinawag siyang old maid. But it's more of an archetype for a caregiver, which means more on service ang kanyang purpose. Kasi ang duty niya ay para sa family niya at pinaprioritize niya yung well-being ng kanyang kapatid at ng kanyang nanay. Ang repressed issue ni Gabby ay siya lang yung sister na nagstay para alagaan ang kanyang mom at saka ng kanyang kapatid na lalaki. But unfortunately, ang character flaw ni Gabby is that she's a passive character. If you noticed sa film, hindi masyado prominent ang issues ni Gabby. That's why I see her as more of a passive character than an active one. Next is Alex, the black sheep of the family, sabi nga ng mga bayan. Her archetype is mostly around the rebel side of things, who really values independence and liberation. Pero ang repressed issue ni Alex is that she just wants her family to be proud of her for being who she is. And she wants her sister back na nagkaroon ng hidwaan between them dahil sa kanyang mga life decisions. And Alex's character flaws is that impulsive siya and may pagka-reckless siya sa decisions niya. Next is our favorite maid in Spain, Teddy. Ang archetype ni Teddy na nakikita ko is more of the ruler type. Kasi she wants to be in control. Kasi panganay si Teddy eh. Like, she always tries to take charge of the situation and lahat ng mga plans nila magkakapatid. Ang repressed issue naman ni Teddy is that she's ashamed of her current status in life. Kasi she wants to retain the respect of her family. Ang character flaw ni Teddy is that she always tries to take charge of the situation, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But nagiging bad thing siya kasi nagbabackfire sa kanya yung mga plano niya. And lastly, we have the New Yorker, Bobby Salazar. Ang nakikita kong archetype for Bobby is that she's a sage or like someone who values knowledge, which came to her character flaw na parang nagiging snobby know-it-all siya. Ang naging repressed issue naman ni Bobby is that she's silently suffering from her sacrifices for her family. Kasi hindi niya prioritize yung happiness niya for the sake of her family. Now, connecting all four sisters, lahat sila merong common goal, which is to sabotage CJ's wedding plans. But, what they actually need is that kailangan nilang i-acknowledge ang repressed issues nila and tanggapin ang mga bagay na kailangan nilang aminin sa sarili nila. Now, we established kung ano yung goals at mga needs nila. Now, paano tatakbo yung kwento? In the case of Four Sisters in a Wedding, we created antagonists. When creating antagonists, not necessarily villain or bad guy, we just need some characters or a character who will challenge the beliefs of our protagonists. Or, create fiction para may kwento. And in this case, we have the bayags. Yung mga bayag, meron silang different lifestyle na very unfamiliar sa Salazars. Maliban dito, meron ding alam na information ng mga bayag against the Salazars that will create tension in the later on scenes. But when it comes to Four Sisters in a Wedding, hindi sila nag-rely completely sa mga antagonists niya para lang ma-serve ang story. Kumbaga meron talagang mga situations na nag-challenge sa mga beliefs ng sisters. Let's start with Gabby. Si Gabby tinawagin niya yung mga kapatid niya, prompting them to sabotage CJ's wedding. When creating situations that will challenge the beliefs of their characters, dapat ma-provoke niyo yung mga insecurities nila. Although si Gabby ang nag-prompt na isabotage ang wedding ni CJ, naging passive character siya throughout the film. But let's also acknowledge na hindi ganun ka-strong ang character ni Gabby. Probably because hindi siya nabigyan ng mas malaking opportunity to present herself as a character. Now, let's talk about Teddy. Si Teddy, siya isa sa mga pinaka-proactive sa sisters na mag-sabotage ng wedding ni CJ. Ang situation na ginawa naman ni Teddy is that she investigated the business of the bayags na spa na pinaghinalaan niya na may dirty side of things ang nangyayari sa kanilang business. Which in the end, nag-backfire sa kanya nung nalaman niyang hindi pala tama ang hinihinala niya. And na-provoke lalo ang insecurities niya nung nag-lash out siya kay Frodo. Next is Alex. Si Alex naman, yung isa sa mga situations na nag-create talaga ng conflict sa kanya is nung in-invite niya yung boyfriend niya na apparently ex-boyfriend ng ate niya na si Bobby. In-invite niya yung boyfriend niya na isama siya sa family gathering, which ended up causing tension in the family. In the end, nag-backfire yung plano ni Alex kasi nag-lash out din yung boyfriend niya, which created tension sa family and kay Bobby. And lastly, we have Bobby. Yung situation naman ni Bobby is more of nung nakita ni Bobby yung boyfriend ni Alex na nag-cheat sa kanya. Nagkaroon ng dilemma si Bobby kung sasabihin ba niya to sa sister niya. But eventually, she decided to confront Alex and tell her anyway, which ended up backfiring and caused more tension between Alex and Bobby. Ang purpose ng mga challenges or mga situations na ilalagay mo yung mga characters mo is to create tension that will build up to the climax, which is in this case, the memeable confrontation scene. So dahil sa confrontation scene na yun, na-acknowledge ng mga characters yung repressed family issues nila. So in the end, si Teddy, na-accept niya yung sarili niya kasi na-accept siya ng family niya. At nag-decide siya na magstay sa Pilipinas para alagaan ang mama nila. Si Alex naman nakipag-break sa boyfriend niya at kinaladkad niya si Mocha Uson. Si Gabby naman, syempre hindi nakalimutan ng mga sisters niya, binigyan ng token of appreciation. And lastly, Bobby got married and finally prioritized her own happiness for once. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you learned something from this video. And before I end this video, I just want to remind you to please try to check out the Concerned Artists of the Philippines Facebook page. I'll link it down below. And if you like this video, please like it. If you have any comments or suggestions for my next videos, leave a comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching.